All right, we're setting up the camera so I can show you how I hone the block. Let me get this camera going here. And we'll reach down if you could see. Where's that block? There's the block. All right, so basically, I've been honing the block out using my Lisle 18,000 rigid hone. It's got medium stones in it right now. I go to medium stones to within a couple thousand, then I switch to the fine stone. So you loosen up the rigid hone, you put it into the bore, and like I said, I'm within a couple of thou. This is your preload on it. You tighten it down so you're getting a good cut, and you need to lubricate the stones. I don't have a honing machine with honing oil and all that, so the next best thing is kerosene. So you load up your felt wipers with kerosene, and you go to town. A little more cut, you tighten this up, it goes a few more tenths. A little more. And when I hold it at the bottom without moving it up and down, it's going to take more of a cut, because the bottom always wears a taper. You always have to take off more at the bottom, so you don't give it motion. You just let the stones cut a little more on the bottom, then you give it motion when you're getting close, because you want it to be straight with no taper or limited taper. You're allowed 1,000 taper. I try and get it within a few tenths. Like I said, I'm cutting a little bit more at the bottom because the bottom always needs a little bit more taken out. Now it's time, you gotta wipe out the bore and measure it with your dial bore. I've got my dial bore set up for 0 is 10 thousandths over bore. This is supposed to be about 10 to 12 if you look at and you measure the piston. About 10 to 12 is what it should be for this piston that I'm using, the 10th thou piston. So make sure it's clean. Take your dial bore. And right now, I'm at plus 5/10. Actually, minus 5/10 to about plus 5/10. Yeah, we've got a taper of a little less than 1,000th, which actually isn't bad. It's within spec. Since it's not a machine, since I'm not using a Sun-in machine, I'm limited to how perfect I can get it. If I can get the taper within 1 thou, and I can get the bore round within 1 thou, I'm doing good. So right now, the bore, right now I'm about 6/7 tenths, 8 tenths, 8 tenths. So I'm pretty round in my bore, 8 tenths. Yeah, I'm a few tenths round in my bore. So not much more to go. I just want to get it so that the lowest spots are at least the 10th thou. I'm 5/10 high in some spots, I'm 5/10 low in some spots. So like I said, I'm within 1 thou of where I want to be. So I think 1 or 2 more good passes, and that should be it. I'm going to clean off my stones real quick with a brush, and then we'll throw it back in and we'll see how it goes. All right, I got a brush here that I use. I clean off the stones with a brush, get all the swarf off of it. Then I put it back in, I put some more lubricant on it, the kerosene, and then we go to town again. But I'm getting damn close, people, damn close. All right, so I put it in, preload it. Like I said, this is a rigid hone. This isn't one of those little flex hones. All right, let's load it up with some kerosene on the wipers. All right. Okay. This drill is getting hot. I've used this drill for so many bores. I'm surprised it's still kicking. All right, here we go. That off, you don't need to hear that. Give it a little more preload, let's go. And over time with practice, you get to know what kind of strokes you need to do to get that 22 to 30 degree angle of hatch. If you do it long enough, like I have, probably 23 years now, you get to have a feel and you know where it's supposed to be. Now when this block gets all done, I got to make sure that we wash it with hot soapy water. You want to get all the swarf out of it. You want to make sure it's ultra clean before you start assembling. Remember too, the block's a little hot. You're gonna get expansion because of the heat. So you check it when it's room temperature, when it's back to acclimate. Let's see what we got now. All right, I'm about plus 6, 7 tenths, about a thou, 0, about a thou. Yeah, we're doing good. About plus a thou, 0. Yeah, I think we're doing good. All right. Like I said, I can go 2 thou, plus 2 thou on this to be within spec. And the max I got right now is about plus 1 thou. And it could change when it cools off. It could go smaller, could go a little bit lower. Usually it goes a little bit smaller when it cools off. When it expands with the heat, it gets a little bigger bore. When it cools off, it gets a little smaller. So, yeah, right now, I'm right around 0, which is good. 0 to plus a thou, which isn't too bad. Roundness is still in the tenths. So, but that's how you hone a cylinder, guys. You get a rigid hone, but it takes a lot of practice. I've done probably dozens of these, and it takes a while and practice to do it right, to make sure you got a good taper, good out around and all that. You're, like I said, 1 thou is what you're allowed for a taper, not around. I'm gonna let this cool off for a couple hours, and then I'll check it again when I come back. All right, we'll see you soon.